Hello ladies and gentlemen, did you like Scream 5? Because if you did, you're in luck. We are going to be getting a Scream 6. Yes, that's right. So we're going to dive into the report today. It's Mr. H here of Mr. H Reviews. If you like the video, please do hit that thumbs up button. Please do give the video a like and do share it. All helps out. So, check this out. This is courtesy of our friends over at the Hollywood Reporter. I say that, I mean, I don't know them personally, but you never know. Maybe we could be friends one day. But anyway, Scream sequel a go from Spyglass Media Group, formerly Spyglass Entertainment or something like that, I believe. They've basically just rebranded themselves. And of course, Paramount. Now, this is not a huge surprise. Let's be honest. Why would this ever be a surprise? It made good money. Of course, they were going to make another one. But it is interesting that Spyglass Media's properties, there are two properties that they've come to the market with, being Scream, and then the second one being the brand new Hellraiser movie. But that one, unfortunately, is going to Hulu, which I bet they're kicking themselves for now. That one kind of wasn't really their fault, because Clive Barker sued and got the rights back to Hellraiser and then took it over to Hulu for release. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether Spyglass's name is still on it, because it is all the same people attached. But anyway, let's take a look, shall we? So the fifth installment released last month and has earned more than $100 million globally, which, like, again, remember, let's put that into perspective. That is a lot of money for a slasher film. It's good. Like, it's good, especially like around, we say around this time, but I mean, I'm not talking about COVID and, Omicron and situations like that. What I'm talking more about is the other films that were on offer. Not that there was anything which would compete directly with it, but, people have a limited income, with inflation rising and things like that. Not everyone has as much disposable cash, so they've been choosing their films quite wisely, carefully, and predominantly people were going to watch Spider-Man No Way Home. So, yeah, interesting, and yeah, it's done a hell of a lot of money. Again, not a surprise that they would then push forward with a sequel. So let's take a look. Paramount and Spyglass are headed back to Woodsboro. A sixth installment of the Scream franchise has been greenlit, with the creative team from the successful 2022 film back in action now. That is not a surprise either. Can be viewed as a surprise. There's one perspective of looking at it as they would be doing their utmost to get that team back because they made it successful. The other side of it is that team could have had offers from other studios and gone, we'll go with them instead because we've made this successful and we can get more money. It may have been anyway that actually the creative team behind this were pre-signed on. We don't know what the contracts are, but this was announced pretty quickly. So I would say and hazard a guess that actually the team has been locked into a contract and actually has been unable to field any other offers. That would probably that is the highest likelihood, quite frankly. But anyway, so once again, Radio Silence's Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette will direct, with James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick returning to pen the script. Production is slated to begin this summer. Now, this is the statement from Spyglass and Paramount in a joint statement. Anyway, they say, "We are tremendously grateful to the fans around the world who enthusiastically received our film. We can't wait for audiences to see what Radio Silence writers Jamie and Guy and Project X have in store for our Woodsboro family." There you go. Now, anyway, we have some other comments here, so it's important to dive into it. Project X Entertainment Vanderbilt, Paul Neinstein, and William Schrack will produce. Kevin Williamson, who created the franchise 25 years ago with his genre-skewering script, will executive produce, as will Radio Silence's member Chad Villela, and Spyglass's Gary Barber, and Peter Oilataguerra. That Yeah, I butchered that. But anyway, here we have it. So working with such a wonderful and talented family of creators, and in lineage, Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson so expertly built, has been the thrill of a lifetime. And we're so excited to bring the next chapter in the Scream saga to life, Radio Silence said in a statement. The latest Scream... So, again, this is what's important to note, shall we? Right. So, the latest Scream successfully relaunched the franchise when it opened in January. To date, it has earned $62.6 million domestically. A lot of money domestically. In fact, the majority of its income has been domestic. Which, does actually go to show what the American market prefers, I guess, with horror. Or at least what, makes money. And has a combined global haul of $106.7 million. A strong showing amid theatrical challenges posed by the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. I disagree that it's actually this. I don't think this is what causes it. I think that's really important to, actually point out as and when possible. At every available opportunity to point that out is that it's not the coronavirus pandemic. That's not what is causing people to, that certainly there will be, but with Spider-Man No Way Home as the indicator, it doesn't stop movies being successful. What it is quality of movies and people's income. That's predominantly what it is. Are the studios offering the audience, the customers, something which they're actually interested in? 9 times out of 10 it's been a no. People were heavily interested in No Way Home, and it was successful as a result. Scream has done pretty well up against something like that, not because it's a competitor, but because, again, inflation, income. People don't have as much disposable cash as you would like to assume that they do. People are not actually incredibly well off, sadly. So broad audiences, sorry about that, broad audiences back to Woodsboro, where a new killer wearing a ghostface mask stalked a group of young friends. Now, I'm not going to correct any of that because, of course, some spoilers. But anyway, so here we have a joint statement here, from screenwriters Vanderbilt and Busick. When they announced their return, is this real life? Getting to collaborate once again with our friends on the next installment of the Scream story is more than we could have hoped for. We're overwhelmed that we get to continue to play in the sandbox that Kevin and Wes created. It is, as Ghostface would say, an honor. And then Project X said, we have become a big family and are eager to continue telling stories in the wonderful Scream universe. These are all companies which are relatively new in the game. I'm going to say relatively anyway. And these are not people that, are household names, shall we say. But by the sounds of it, with this collaborative approach going on, there is the likelihood, actually, that this will continue and cross over into other things. Not the Scream franchise, but I mean, this collaborative team, this collaborative effort. You may start hearing more and more from these individuals. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Scream 6 is officially greenlit now. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, do hit subscribe, like I said at the start. Also, just want to say, no pesky sort of sponsor of the video, but I do have a second channel, and I'd love it if you would check it out. It's in the description box. You might like it. It's a bit of a vlog/car channel. I know that's a little bit left field, but I like cars. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Take care.